Unlike art, where art is kind of subjective, you kind of do what you want and it's just the artist's interpretation, graphic design uses all these tools in order to communicate a message, to solve a creative problem. What's up, interwebs? This is Angel. Welcome to episode 1 of hopefully many to come of these kinds of videos. I've been asked a few times to just talk about different kind of design topics. I feel like now it's the time, now that we're going on the new year in 2019, so let's jump into it. But first, this video is brought to you by Arcadia 1981 that we're completely unrelated to. Creative wear for creative individuals. Arcadia 1981, it's got all kinds of cool stuff that you just want to wear, you know? So make sure you check out arcadia1981.co and pick up the merch. I'm already dropping merch shout outs and it's not even the first episode. So today we're going to be talking about how to get started in graphic design. It's a hot topic. There's a lot of young designers out there. We live in an age and in a world where graphic design is at your fingertips and you can make a lot of good money doing it. So let's break it down. 3 tips on how to get started in graphic design. So tip number 1, let's get to it. First tip, learn by doing. Gotta jump in and just do and fail. The first thing that you should do is probably learn design theory. Online, in YouTube, on Google, you'll find dozens, if not thousands of videos that explain what graphic design is and how to jump into it. It's great we live in an age that you can have all these information right at your grasp and you don't necessarily need to go to school for it, but that's a whole other conversation. While you're learning, make sure you also learn how to use the software, whether it's Adobe Creative Suite where you have Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. There's other pieces of software, some even free, that you can use in order to create your design. The last thing that you have to do is fall in love with design. You have to be a fan of design in order to succeed with graphic design work. The last thing you want to do is jump into something you just do not enjoy. While you're at it, learn how to draw. Saul Bass said it best.
Learn to draw. If you don't, you're going to live your life getting around that and trying to compensate for that. It's like now, so when the problem is there, instead of doing a drawing when you have to do it, you know, to deal with the communication issue, you find another lesser way to do it. It's like you have to do this. Instead of forthrightly dealing with it, you have to sort of turn your arm and twist your shoulder and do a solution that comes out as a square or a triangle or a circle, you know, and that's ridiculous. You can't get away with that. It's a crippling absence.
And he's absolutely right. When you know how to draw or even illustrate just a little bit, you can already put your ideas down on paper, even way before you jump on the program or jump on the computer. So number 1, learn by doing. Number 2, follow the leaders. Learn from those who paved the way and the masters that came before you. Graphic design is not a recent thing. Graphic design has been around for centuries, millennia. It's visual communications. So learn from the people that came before. Instagram makes it really easy. YouTube makes it really easy. Google makes it super simple to find these great creatives that you can follow and learn from. I want to say many of them are even eager to help other young creatives. I have my sort of list, go-to list of people that have mentored me without even knowing that they mentored me, just because they're so great at what they do. The creative community is great. So for example, here in Miami, we have an amazing creative community. So you have to lock arms and lock in with these people and just learn from them, collaborate with them. That leads me to the last tip, number 3. Don't work for free, but sometimes work for free. This has sort of been a thorn on graphic designers' side, right? Sometimes when you don't have a lot of experience, clients may expect you to work for free. You feel like you don't deserve to get paid for some of the stuff that you want to do. There may be a little bit of truth to it, but you for sure have a certain value, even if you don't know a lot. So what I would recommend is, instead of working for free, maybe collaborate with people, maybe trade with people. Maybe if a client, if you want to do an album cover for someone, or if you want to do a logo for somebody else, do it, but try to find a way that you can either get monetary compensation or get a real world skill from it, or get something else from it. I mean, collaborate, you know? Make it like a trade. Pricing is hard, especially for a beginner. That's a whole other conversation. You can price it based on the skill sets that you have. If you're just starting out, then just link up with your family. Do stuff for people's hardware or your grandfather, your grandmother's, whatever. You know, just start making stuff. And as you go and as you grow, you'll be able to sort of charge a little bit more and charge a little bit more as you kind of get these skill sets. So those are my 3 tips on getting started in graphic design. Like I said, there's a lot better videos online that you can find, but I wanted to take the opportunity, since we're here on the interwebs, to share those with you, and hopefully it'll get you started. Don't be afraid, you got to jump in. Thank you guys for checking the video out. Hopefully we'll be able to do more videos of these types. I have a kind of like a list of things that we can talk about, from pricing to branding to typography, all kinds of cool stuff that hopefully we're gonna get to talk about. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. That's like the common practice, right? Like and subscribe, you gotta do it. And check out the other videos. So remember, always make beautiful things, even if nobody cares.